Welcome to the sumCharacter Creator tool by Second Sum Studios. This tool will help you with your character, NPC, and minion creation. Using the sumCharacter tool, you'll be able to provide a background, a class, and a trait, which will assign all the right stat points and skills for your new creation. Let's walk through an example of how the tool works. When you launch the project, we have set it up to open this generic interface for you to see the capabilities of the tool. You will also notice that we have color-coded items in gray, green, blue, and purple for a sample of rarity. The three components are the background, which assigns one ability, the class, which assigns two abilities, and trait, which also assigns one ability. Background could be leveraged as something that they were known for or possibly related to reputation. Class in our system is set up for basic things like tank, healer, and DPS. As you will see, our system is designed to be open enough to use your imagination and customize it to fit your needs. Finally, trait. This is a modifier for your overall character and can provide some really cool options for randomness as well as rarity. The stats are allocated by the class you select, and the total number of stat points are based on your selections. If you select a higher tier of rarity, settings for the overall stats will increase. As you will see in the blueprint and structs, these can be very easily changed. Now let's take a look at the blueprints. Here we are creating the widget and adding it to the viewport. Using the sample creation pieces, we have an array of structs on the right side. This array of structs determines the options that appear on the screen during the running of the tool. We're using enums and through lookup tables to populate the appropriate data. After the widget has been created, they are iterated through and the buttons are created for them, and they are separated out into three different types and added to the appropriate list. These lists are displayed here in scroll boxes. After the buttons have been created and added to the appropriate scroll boxes, we bind the specific events to them, which determines what happens when you click on them. After all this is done, we update the skills and stat information. As you will see, all of the blueprints have been color-coded and clearly labeled for easy use. We have also broken out what happens to each button and separated them so you can freely modify whatever you need. Here we have an enum with all the classes that we currently have. In the table creation piece, we have a lookup table for the classes and any additional information, including the icon. Here's a table for the abilities themselves, with associated levels and power. And finally, a data table for the ability allocations. Clicking the content browser, you will see that all of the data, structs, tables, and widgets have been nicely named and put in organized folders with some starter icons to get you going. To give you an example of how we are using the tool currently, here's an alpha view of our game, Tiny Graveyard. Tiny Graveyard uses the tool in a couple of different ways. 1. Each time the player enters a zone or an area, the zombies generated pull from our data tables to provide a random model as well as skills and stats. 2. The headstones. Each headstone collected are randomly generated from the same set of data tables each time. Players collect 3 headstone pieces for name, class, and trait, and based on the headstone pieces you have collected, you will get different ones to create your own customized Army of the Dead. As we walk through the options here, you can see that we have also added the ability for a player to change the body so they can select different zombie templates to make sure the look and abilities of their zombie is exactly what they wanted. Thanks for checking out the sumCharacter tool. We hope you find some great uses for it, and don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions.